Hey, good afternoon, YouTubers in America. RZ back here again. Yep, moved away from my little cozy spot there in Central Oregon to a job site out in the woods, which is all good. So you're going to have to deal with my RV for a backdrop. So anyway, I hope everyone's doing good. I'm doing great, doing better. Back to some serious work here, and been thinking a lot about what I've been talking about. This country. And again, I know it's a whole world, but I'm going to deal with this country because that's all I've seen. So, man, what a mess. This COVID thing's still going on. People still mad at each other. People still yelling at me and telling me I'm number one, putting their hands out the window at me when I'm driving. I think from what it looks like, everybody is either so tied up with all this or they're got so much going on in their mind that they just can't concentrate on one thing and they can't relax. It's crazy. I drove back to Washington today and I can't tell you how many people were behind me and I couldn't see their headlights. And I'm in a full-size truck and I couldn't see their headlights. So they're tailgating pretty good. And I'm like, boy, they're lucky I'm not some jerk that just wants to pay somebody back. I've seen that happen before. Anyway, people. You all got to slow down and relax. RZ here talking to you. Getting serious now. Getting serious. Again, I'm telling you, I can fix all the garbage going on in this world out here if you just listen to me. I'm not saying I got to figure it out, but Jesus does. God does. He's got a plan. You have to try to get on board with it. This is not something I shove down someone's throat. I'm not telling you people you have to do this. I'm telling you it's a great idea and it's going to pay dividends in the future. You can do what you want. You can be stubborn, but look at it. You people out there that aren't interested in pulling the Bible out, or maybe you've read it once or looked at it once and you think you know everything about it. It's about love, you guys. It's all about love. If we had love, Rodney King wouldn't have happened. If we had love, they wouldn't have shot Lincoln. If we had love, we wouldn't be having these silly protesters rioting. We need love. Bottom line is, we need to love each other. Love God above all, and love your neighbors yourself. I'm going to take a little journey through the Bible, not page by page or chapter by chapter. Just some things for you people to think about. Because again, I don't need to quote scripture to you people. I just need you to want to not hurt the other person next to you or not make somebody feel bad. If you think about it, it's not that hard. Don't be a jerk, okay? If you're walking into a Big Five store to get a box of ammo and someone's walking out and you have a chance to get the door and hold it open for them, do it. What's wrong with that? Okay? Seriously, do it. Be that nice person. Start making this change. Everybody is in a hurry. Everybody's pissed off. Everybody's broke. Everybody's in debt up to it's just, I understand that part, but we got to start trimming this thing back and let's start talking about each other, taking care of each other. I got a few brothers and friends that help me dialogue about my speeches. I appreciate their input. I really do. I'm going to say one thing though. This is my gig and this is my story and this is the way I'm going to tell it. I felt led to do this. I'm okay with that. A lot of people get on YouTube and and you have the, what do you call it? The likes and the dislikes. Okay. Honestly, those should not even be there. So, but they are. Look, we can sit here and pick everybody apart for what they're doing. We can. If that's what you want to do, this country's full of people who are just going, look at what he said. Look at what she said. You know what? Find your thing, what you feel like you're led by the Lord, only by the Lord. Old man Satan's going to get a hold of a bunch of you too. You don't want to be doing his stuff for him, okay? Just give him to Jesus and let Jesus handle him. He'll take care of him. Everybody has their own little way of telling their story, okay? Biggest thing I run into is people say to me, look, you can't listen to that guy because he reads this wrong version of the Bible, or you can't listen to this guy because he's part of these people over here. The body's huge. There's many parts. There's nose, ears, 10 or 4 fingers and 8 fingers and 2 thumbs, toes, all parts, okay? Here's my theory. I'm a part of this body. somewhere. I don't know, probably a toenail or something like that. Hopefully not a nasty one, but a toenail. I'm just doing my part, okay? My part, if I'm a toenail, I'm helping that balancing toe to keep the people walking, and that toenail's protecting that toe. Whatever it does it. A lot of people are trying to help people realize who Jesus is, how to live a good life, how to take care of family, and they're not doing it exactly the way that some people want it, so they start talking bad about them. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. We're not helping the problem. We're just creating more problems. Look, if you got it figured out and you know how this thing should be done, why don't you get an iPad, sit in your trailer, and tell people about it? And be nice. The problem is nobody wants to be nice anymore. Everybody is want to jam their agenda down your throat. Let's be nice about it. Let's just take this for a ride and be nice about it, okay? I'm RZ. That's all I am. And let me tell you something. I don't have it all figured out. I'm trying right now. I'm trying to send a message out to where a few more people, hopefully thousands would be great, or millions would be great, but a few more people can be with the Lord when this whole thing's said and done. That's all I'm doing. I want to help people. If you get with the Lord, if you get with Jesus, and you get with his plan, and you start learning it, and you start loving people, it's going to make your life better. It's going to make your life easier. You're going to have a better life. I promise you. Yeah, bad stuff's going to happen. There's going to be accidents. You're going to get hurt. It happens, okay? That's okay. But you know what? You get through it. You keep going. This is the fallen world we're living in right now. The life insurance that Jesus has for us is the party after this one. You don't want to miss it. So, been doing quite a bit of researching on a bunch of this. I'm noticing a bunch of this Christian faith. Now, I don't want to say Christian. I got to be careful how I say that. I think I'm going to call it the Jesus way, the Jesus faith. So many Christians out there are doing it wrong, and maybe they're trying to do it right. I mean, but I'm not talking about. I'm talking about intent to do it wrong, to mislead people. That's the part that's not acceptable at all. You can't. I think, no, I don't think. I know the Bible says something about referring to people who draw these little children away and bring them to hell are going to be dealt with severely. So you really don't want to do that. If you're not sure what you're saying, don't say it. I'm not saying anything that I'm not positive of, that I can't back up 100%. So I'm okay where I'm at. But a lot of these Jesus people are coming out, I noticed, on YouTube, on Amazon Prime, on all these movie places. A lot of new ones. You start watching them. It's interesting. It's really interesting. And they're pretty good. They're pretty close to having it figured out. That tells me, and no one knows the time when Jesus is coming. We're not supposed to. Right, just be ready, okay? But I think it's getting close. It's interesting how it's ramping up. This COVID thing, I think it kicked in gear for a lot of people. If you weren't a believer in Jesus before all this happened, you might be on board now. I hope so. Anyway, oh yeah, and I'm getting flack from friends and family about wearing a mask. You know what? Again, I'm going to say it one more time. The government is being pretty much, from what I can see, led by the old man himself, Satan. All right, he's got his arm wrapped around him. And if you've heard of porn or pornography, there's a thing called fear porn. The country puts us in fear, keeps us in fear. You keep the people in real fear and terror, then they're going to just be, they're not going to be able to breathe well. They're not going to be able to survive well. They're going to be grumpy, pissed off people for the most part. Okay, it's interesting. Watch the news. Fear. Wear a mask. Fear. You're going to spread the disease. I mean, it's just. But let's not get on board with that. Wearing a mask to make other people feel comfortable, whatever. Just, it's not a big deal. Don't make such a big issue out of it. Wear the frickin' mask, okay? I'll buy you one if you can't afford it. But you getting pissed off and just complaining again about all this is just not going to help. Love, okay? If you don't want to do it, and yes, I understand. Is it necessary? You know, I'm going to tell you right now, I doubt it. I don't think so. But unfortunately, I can't even tell if there is a true COVID, because we've been lied to for so long by the people who are giving us information. Who knows? Who actually does know? If you do, bring it on. I'd love the proof because I'm game for it. I trust Jesus. I trust what he says. I trust God's plan. I know that his plan will work. So I am not scared. I'm not scared of COVID. I'm not scared of wearing a mask. I'm not scared of not wearing a mask. I don't care. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to enjoy every day that I can, every minute, every day. I'm going to treat people the way I want to be treated. I drive a lot, travel, so I always have had this in me where if I'm driving down the street, I'm aware where there's a driveway at, a business or something. I don't park in that when the light's red and then block somebody from making a turn. I never have. I have people don't like what I'm doing because I could be up one more car length and they could be up one more car length and still wait for the light. You know, make friends with yourself and the other people. Just do it. You know, a lot of people are, like I said, are having bad times. They're not happy people. Okay, happy people are not fun to be around. So RZ is going to be happy. I don't care what happens. It's all good. Let's try this. Let's try to get this thing rolling to where everybody can start acting their part. Okay. Look, Jesus showed love like nobody else has showed it. Okay, and I am really tired of you people, and I'm going to say you people because there's a bunch of you out there that refuse to believe in this plan of God's because they're only looking at the treacherous things that happen in the Bible. You know, God asked you, and he doesn't even force you. He doesn't force you. He asks you to follow his way. If you don't do it, guess what happens? You get punished. So how do you turn that around and blame that on God when you're not living his standards or his ways or his rules or regulations? You go out and you get yourself in all this trouble. You do stupid things. You hurt people. Next thing you know, you're in trouble. You're in the pile of garbage and you're pissed at God. Are you freaking kidding me? Do his plan, follow his way, listen to him, and you won't find yourself in those positions, okay? He only punishes his people when they do stupid things. Look at Jerusalem, Israel. Look at the Israelites. All the stuff they went through. They walked away from God. Guys, read the Bible. There's years and years of history in the Old Testament about kings. Good kings and bad kings. What happened to the good kings and what happened to the bad kings. If your kid wants to play on the street in your neighborhood, should you let him or should you punish him when he runs out in the street? How about you beat his ass and teach him not to so he lives? It's kind of like that, okay? And, oh, I know that's right. You can't spank your kid anymore in America. Yeah, America. Maybe Satan doesn't want you to, but God says, spare the rod, spoil the child. No. That kid needs to be disciplined. He needs to be disciplined. Do it at a young age and do it in the right way. It's none of the government's business how we raise our kids, unless we're not raising them in the right way. And if you believe in Jesus and you follow God's plan, you'll never have that issue. It won't be. And if our government gets on board and all the people get on board, there'll be none of those issues. It will be okay to spank your child when he's young. And then when he's older, he won't need it. Come on, guys. It's basic stuff. It's love. So love is first. That's where you go first. Love God, love your brother as yourself, your neighbor as yourself. That's the people out there. That's the people that drive you crazy when you go shopping. It's the people that you can't stand when you're driving down the road. I'm just learning to laugh at them and smile at them. I'll even blow them kisses if they're all shook up and out. I just hopefully lighten their day up a little bit. It's all good. And then I try to get the heck away from them as fast as I can. But love, and then a lot of these punishment things won't happen. God doesn't have to correct you if you're walking his way. He's not going to. He's not going to beat you down if you're going the right way. Okay? So let's do the love part, all right? Believe and be saved. Life insurance, guys, it's not going to be here forever. If you don't get it before Christ comes back, I think you might be in trouble. So you might want to get on board. All right, I'm out of here almost at 15 minutes. This time I'm going to see if I can get this posted on YouTube today, and you all have a great week. I'm going to have an excellent week because I'm going to be working up in the water in the mountains by little creeks and streams having fun. So take care, everybody. God bless you.